Alright, in the last video I kind of showed off an adapter that we make for the Game Boy. The adapter looked something like this, where it's got the castellated holes, on the side, and and you would replace a 32-pin ROM like this, so that was in the last video. But we have a new adapter now, and it looks like this. I can get it to focus here. So it's a very small, and I would say it is not for beginners, just because of the tolerances and how perfectly everything needs to be aligned. But with a little bit of practice, I've been getting pretty good at mounting them. And so so some of the Game Boy colors and some of the original Game Boys, not very many though, have this 44-pin surface mount ROM. And man, why is my screen so dirty? Anyways, so they have this 44-pin mask ROM, and then there's a version that uses this little chip up here on the side, and so I call this the Z01 version, and this 44-pin ROM is different than basically all the other 44-pin ROMs that the Game Boys had. So it's pinned a little differently, and so my next version of the adapter will be able to accommodate this cartridge as a host. I've mounted one here, but I don't know, why is everything so bright? But I quickly found out that there was a couple of changes, edits I needed to make. So anyways, almost all the pins line up except for A21, D0, 8 or A0, and a couple other lines that are like shifted by one. So it's a little stinker ROM, but we'll be able to accommodate that on the next version. But I wasn't expecting that, but okay. Yeah. Anyways, so this little guy, and here's one just with the ROM on it. And these things had to be very small because of the shell closings. The shell is going to close just really close to that. So this is a MBC5. It's a Donkey Kong, I think. And again, the little wire there is for programming through the programmer we make. It is not necessary for the game to run. So after you program it, you could remove the wire. But here's what I wanted to really show off. So I've got this Japanese Pokemon Crystal. And this is the original, circuit board. And then it has our adapter on it. So we didn't put a wire there because we've already programmed it, and then we just removed the wire. So that's the after, and here's what it looks like, before. So just had this mask ROM, the 44-pin one, and so this is the Japanese version. And then on the internet, there's some places where you can actually buy the like a bare board, and then you could populate it with parts, But you have to grab the. Let's see here. You have to grab the MBC5, or no, not 5, MBC30 chip, from an original crystal, and and transplant it onto here. And so that was one way people were kind of making their own. But But now you can just take an original crystal and just put this ROM adapter on, and you're good to go. So this was this was kind of costly actually. Getting all the parts and putting it all together. It was really kind of a pain in the butt. But the only one thing this did have though was the FRAM, where it had basically permanent storage with. So the battery just maintains the real-time clock, and the FRAM maintains all your save progress. So anyway, so this is a completed one, and I'm quite happy with it actually. So anyways, I'll just show it on the Game Boy here. I know it's tough to do this with one hand and camera, and I know these aren't the best videos. So this was the Japanese one that was converted to the English version. So with a new label, that'll look really nice. It's like this one here was, I think this was Donkey Kong. So, kind of when I first started this Game Boy adventure, I actually started several years ago, but then I kind of put it on the back shelf and never finished it. I finally got around to finishing it. But I always came across these carts that had this 44-pin ROM, and there wasn't a whole lot I could do with it, and many other people either. And so we would just take the mapper chip off and put it on, transplant it on one of our boards, and that's still a very effective way of kind of making the game what you want. A lot of times the donors don't have enough SRAM, or have other problems, and so this was kind of a good way to maximize, or customize what you needed. So anyways, but now that we have both these options, one for the SOIC ROMs, 32-pin ROMs, and then this one here for the 44-pin surface mount ROMs. I may not even need to build these anymore. I mean, these definitely have their place. I like them a lot, but if you just wanted to make something kind of quick and easy, this would probably be my preferred method from going forward. Anyways, I just wanted to highlight that this little adapter, when the final version comes out, be available on mortoffgames.com.